Hello and welcome to another week of Game Dev Diaries for Project SySO. Right, this week, a fair amount of stuff on my calendar apparently. It would really be useful if I decided to actually write when I did my Game Dev Diary. I'm assuming it was Tuesday. I could check this. Or maybe it was Monday. It was Monday. It was Monday. So, Tuesday, I was bug hunting. I can't remember what the bug was, which is fun. Apparently I fixed it. Oh, that was it. Right, yeah. So, I had that bug with the level indexing. In that I couldn't get things to iterate properly. Turns out I'm just an idiot. I added connected the wrong node up. Should have just connected the level index straight up. So that's fixed. And the other bug was that I couldn't. Well, it's not really a bug; it's more just a limitation of my blueprint right now. Was that I needed a 2D array. Now I went on the UFO Engine Developers group on Facebook, which is a really good resource, and asked about it, and they're like, "Well, just make an array of structs with one entry in it, which is the array, and then just make that an array, and you've got a two-dimensional array." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's true." So I did that. Sadly, there is a bug with that, and right now I don't know what it's related to. Apparently, according to the developers, it's related to a much larger error in the engine, where I cannot set array elements in struct arrays, which is kind of what I need to world stuff. And the camera is really laggy. That's not so good. Wonder what's causing that. Anyway, yeah, carrying on. However, I got everything working. Wednesday I had a bit of an off day, didn't really do a lot. I had thoughts on characters, on how an art style, because that's sort of where I'm going next. I added some movement mechanics to my Trello board to sort of get better in my head what the gameplay is actually going to be. So right now, obviously, I'm building core systems. Thursday, I had a to-do which was checkpoints. Did that. Health and death. Did that too. Which I've written here, minimum viable product is complete, which I'd say to a degree it is. I actually agree with that. So what I have is a system where you have a field that damages you when you hit 0. It asks your player controller. First of all, it tells the player controller that this object is dead. What it then does is go. Player controller then asks, okay, if that person's dead, is the other player pawn alive? If so, switch to that. So basically, if you're running around with one guy and you die, it instantly switches you to the other guy, and you can play as him. Which, obviously are different mechanics, so you have to try and run back to respawn points. If you both die, all I do is I reload the level. And thanks to the checkpoint system, it will just reload you from the last checkpoint. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do right now. I may look at resetting the level as a way. Opening the level, just opening the level completely works right now, but it's a very small level. It may not be so performance good. That's not the right word. When I get further on, so I may do a different approach. But right now, that's the best way I can do it, and I can also do a system where if I have lives, I say that before you open the level, you just minus the lives by 1, save that, and then reopen the levels, and then you go through loading as usual. And from that, I'm moving on to art style stuff. So in one of in one of my notepads because for some reason I have two. Ah, there we go. I have some notes on sort of art styles I want to do, well, art styles I want to try out at least. I've got things like flat colour art styles, so games like Goddess, for example, employ a flat colour art style. There's not many text in there, it's mainly just constant 3 vectors, driving the colours. QB, which you may have seen, and this is a flat colour art style, but that's because I'm lazy, which you may have seen as some of the backgrounds. Cell shaded with fat boy lines. So fat boy lines are your edge detections. So they're like the lines around the edges. You get them in Borderlands, Telltale games do them as well. And cell shading is the idea that you have very harsh intersections between light and dark. So you don't get smooth gradient so much, you more just get steps between light and dark, and often it is simply just, here's a light bit, here's the shadow. You know, you just have a hard line in between them. That's cell shading. A pixel art style, possibly. So experiment around with that idea. There's something called Pixel Lamp, which allows you to create normal maps with pixels using light profiles. A painterly style, so I'm going to say painterly, so that's like using a lot of just round brush stuff. A combo. Funny enough, it is going to be a combo at the end of the day. I have a note which says use the QB style, because my QB styles are all very much same sort of size cubes, which I looked at and thought, someone's instantly going to call Minecraft on that, because every fucker calls Minecraft on that. So I thought, you know what, how about I vary the shape, size and shape of the cubes? That might do it. You know, like crazy paving. That might look good. I'm not sure if I want to do that, because I have like problems with so the inside of cave walls and stuff like that. I'd need special ways of doing that, and especially curves would be difficult with that. However, next few weeks, possibly months, I'm starting a new job tomorrow that's going to be like 5 days a week, so yeah, I'm not going to get so much time to work on this. Next few weeks is going to be building art style tests, and hopefully each week if I finish one I can be like, look, here's an art style. And next week, here's another art style, and I'm going to make decision on changes. If anyone wants to comment, feel free. You know, say what you like, say what you don't like. That'd be really useful. I'm always happy to hear comments. I of course realise that no one, I have had literally 0 views on these videos. But you know, when I'm rich and famous, someone might want to say this later on. Rich and famous. So, as for what else I've done. Friday I built an edge detection shader, which is the fat boy lines, which if you look on my left and right you can actually see part of that as the white edges around the objects. Now this, if I just turn off my camera for a moment, this was just my screenshot of where if you change your edge detection blending down to like a minus ridiculous number, it does some funky stuff. I mean, some ugly. It looks kind of cool, but it's also not usable at all. It's like blowing out all of the emissives and stuff like that. But you can see, I can't see my cursor. What am I doing? You can also see that, you know, there are white outlines around stuff. I can change the colour of the outline to anything I want. This leads, you know, some games have it where if you look at an object you get the outline. I can also do that. Say hello to my face again. And that's all I've done this week because I had my friend Roxy come visit. And yeah, she's still here actually, she's downstairs. And that's all I've done really. So this week's been the sort of little fixes and changes that have led up to something a bit bigger. Hopefully I will have more interesting art styles stuff for you guys next week. But until then, I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes this time. Woo! Last time it was almost 20 minutes. A bit boring for people. I can imagine it's not that interesting for most people. But yeah, until next time, have a good one. I'll keep working. Yeah. Rock on to any devs and artists out there. You're all awesome. Have a good time.